farmers and a company like Cargill?
So it will be difficult, I think, to make any prediction on how the reforms will be implemented, but I believe that the direction is very clear in terms of having more transparent, market-based approach, trying to decouple and have more direct payments, perhaps both to consumers as well as to producers. That will really help, again, allowing the marketplace to work by having price signals go directly to farmers. And we think that's a role that Cargill can play. We do, as part of our normal business, we try and connect our customers in terms of what they need, whether it be quality, high quality or not, and then help bridge the gap in terms of price discovery over time. And so we think we can do that, and we'll be a part of it. Yet a little bit unclear exactly how the reforms will be implemented, but the direction that's being proposed makes a lot of sense, and we think it will be the right step for food security as well as for both consumers as well as producers.
So Alan, with those kind of expectations, what are the Cargill plans in India going forward?
We're excited about India. Again, a little bit unclear how the reforms will be implemented, but we have a significant vegetable oil business here, and it's an important business for us. It's one that we're going to continue to invest in and grow. You're aware that we're investing $100 million to build a starch and sweetener plant in Karnataka. That plant will start up at harvest next year, and that's important for our food customers, that we can provide starch and sweeteners to those customers and grow with them. And we're also investing in the talent in India and opening a new shared service facility in Bangalore, where within the next 4 years we'll be employing 1,000 people. So our customers are growing in the country. It's an important country for Cargill, and we certainly are going to be a part of it and continue to invest and grow with our customers.
Alan, food security was a big theme in the previous year. We talked about government expenditure, WTO compatibility, and all of those. You just put a point across onto that one. What's your sense on the numbers? Do you see 2015 progressing in that direction?
It's great that the country of India is having meaningful choices about it. It's excellent that various stakeholders' voices are being heard, and we believe continuing reform that really allows the markets to work and work broadly across the full agricultural productivity in the world will absolutely allow us to feed the world and ensure food security for everyone. And so we're encouraged by it, and we're going to continue to make sure that our voice is heard in the discussion.
So upon that, Vijay, getting you in this conversation, and you've had strong thoughts about food security every time we spoke in the last year about what should be taken in and what not, and how it would impact the expenditure. How do you look at the way we stand on it right now?
Well, Manisha, from a social point of view, having food security is as basic a need as it can be. But what we do need to keep in mind is the inefficiencies or the leakages in the system, which will cater to the basic right to food of a very large number of people in the country. As a matter of fact, more than 2/3. So what we need to do is strengthen the public distribution system. We basically need to also depend on cash transfers, direct transfers to the recipients and the beneficiaries in order to curb inefficiencies of the system. I think what you need to do is employ more and more information technology to be up to date with the best possible practices existing in the Western markets. And of course, the food procurement and storage needs to be completely overhauled and upgraded, because any kind of wastage of food is actually a social crime. And unfortunately, our storage network is nothing really to talk about. So we need to be doing all this on a day before yesterday basis.
Well, that's so true. But what are your expectations from budget then, Alan? Because this is one time when you could see some allocation coming in for this sector, for farmers, for agriculture, and for perhaps warehousing as well.
So as you're aware, Cargill is proud to be celebrating its 150th anniversary this year. And, you know, we're talking about how can we be relevant to our customers and really implement our vision of being the global leader in nourishing people. And so the best way we can do that is really having transparency around the governance on agricultural policy, transparency on foreign direct investment. And so when we have those kind of reforms, we can make significant investments like we're doing in our starch and sweetener plant. So that would be our goal, where we can perform our traditional role in serving our in-use customers as well as farm customers. And the best way to do that is to make sure that reforms are implemented in a manner that are consistent and transparent. And if we can do that, we believe that we can bring some real efficiency, we can bring our know-how and technology and be a relevant partner in that supply chain.
All right, Alan, I picked two words there, efficiency and transparency on your expectation from budget. But Sunoor, what are you expecting from budget this time around for your sector?
Well, what I would expect from the budget that comes out in a couple of months or in a few months is, one is they should continue what they are doing. They have the infrastructure fund in place, they have the stabilization fund in place, they have the farmer producer organization fund in place. I think a focus or a definite allocation needs to be done towards market linkage, because that's where the farmers are really suffering at this point. They have no idea who to sell it to when you go to the remote villages where the APMCs are too far from them. There has to be a focus on private mandis to be set up by the private participants, hopefully through a PPP network if possible. Appropriate subsidies need to be in place for the market infrastructure to be set up. And hopefully there is no reduction on the current subsidies, whether it's agri-market infrastructure or warehousing structure in the new budget that comes out.
Vijay, what is your sense? Transparency, efficiency, mandi, farmers, fertilizers, I mean, those are the key words.
Absolutely, Manisha. What I think is needed also is increased participation from the private sector to come into the farm sector. Contract farming, number one. Number two, increase, say, in the supply chain management, cold chains, distribution from the farm to the shop shelf level, and of course, let them also go out there and manage a whole lot of logistics. I think that will step up efficiency and plug the leakages, because the private sector works with a profit motive, and increased efficiency will automatically result.
All right, so those are really the expectations from the budget this time around, and of course the presentations as well. But with that, Vijay, Alan and Sunoor, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for joining us on that discussion. And that's all the time that we have on Hot Commodities. Thank you for watching.